Are you enough? Are you overflowing with the great power and presence and love of God? Do you know who you are? Look around the room and see who's swimming with you in this ocean of devotion. Have your blessing eyes on, meaning that as you're looking at all of these beings, you are allowing blessings to flow through your countenance, through your eyes. You are looking for and you are looking with the love of God. And you're creating a dynamic field of love and beauty and intelligence, because everyone projects and emanates a field. It's large, it's wide, it's wild too. Large, it's wide. Or auric field, but even beyond the auric field, there's our field of our infinite being. That's everywhere. We're all intermingling in that. And so what you're doing at this precise moment is you're assisting in creating a field wherever you are on the planet. Creating a field that's embracing the planet now, embracing all sentient beings. So when we hear that old song that God's got the whole world in its hands, these hands, God's got the whole world is our countenance. God's got the whole world in our intentionality. God's got the whole world in our vibrational frequency. So in this precise moment, as your tonic chemicals are rolling through the body temple because you have heard the song, you've heard the affirmations, the prayers, you've participated in that to a greater or limited degree, you are right now reversing your aging process. You're slowing it down because the tonic chemicals are activating your DNA to release those longevity genes, all because you're in a community that's prays and loves and sings and seeks to be a blessing. All of that's occurring right now for you. And then the next stage of your unfoldment, of course, is to how you're going to bring that out into the world. You go from personal success to planetary success. And so we're doing it simultaneously now. You pick it up what I'm putting down.
Yes. Yes.
Therefore, as we are moving through this theme, and you've heard the Reverend Jason Davion Mitchell this month, and you've heard the Reverend Kim Terranova this month, can we give them some love? Outstanding ministers right here at Agape, and there are many others here as well that have emerged as unique expressions of infinite potential because of the inner work that they have done. So never miss a Sunday at Agape. Always take back your Sundays and always be here regardless of whoever is speaking here. I'm here most of the time. But regardless of who's here, it's going to be hot. It's going to be wonderful. It's going to be wild and magnificent. And so in that dynamic, our theme, of course, is whatever it is you're looking for, you'll find it. And we've worked with this theme to a limited degree with the awareness that even if what you are looking for is unconscious beliefs and perceptions, or if it's conscious intentionality, you will ultimately find it. So the inner work is allowing us to basically bring into consciousness and dissolve all of those beliefs and perceptions about ourselves and about the world that we don't want to experience, but inside we're looking for it anyway. We're looking for the next shoe to drop. We're looking for some kind of negativity. And so we'll eventually find it. And what we are becoming aware of through metaphysics and through quantum physics is that you're even helping to create what you're looking for. So if you're looking for negativity unconsciously, you're helping to create it dynamically and energetically. And then you end up blocking out other possibilities that are all around you. And I first began the theme, I talked about the reticular activating system, RAS, which is a part of the neuron of our brain that allows, that blocks out parts of reality simply because we have no belief in it. And so we're surrounded by infinite possibility, but if we're engaged in the belief of scarcity, lack, limitation, not enoughness, we're blocking out opportunities and possibilities that are everywhere. We just can't see it because the reticular activating system is hindering you from seeing that kind of reality. In the same way, it works positively as well. If you establish a goal, if you're pulled by a vision, you end up seeing the potential and the possibilities of that vision coming into manifestation, and it ends up blocking out the hindrances. This is why we invite you to live an intentional life. This is why we invite you to be pulled by a vision. This is why we invite you to embrace your purpose for being on the planet, which is to reflect and to reveal the infinite as only you can. So whatever it is you're looking for, you're going to find it. So you want to wake up every single day and say, oh my God, I can't wait to find my blessings for today. I can't wait to see what the presence of the living one has in store for me today. It's going to be good. It's going to be magnificent. And as you begin to feel that and believe that, you become a co-creator with the Spirit of the living God, and according to your uniqueness, the blessings of grace flow through and as your life, and you end up dodging some of the landmines that many people experience in this particular 3D domain. You'll say, not me, not now, enough. I'm laughing at a private joke as well. One day I'll share it. Anyway, so whatever it is you're looking for, you're going to find it. Now, today's topic is prayer solution equals hell dissolution. Now, we know two things. First of all, we know that one, heaven and hell are states of consciousness. They're not merely places. And we know that prayer, when we are speaking about it a little bit this morning, that when we talk about the scriptural reference of to pray without ceasing, we're keenly aware that we are not standing up and just begging a reluctant deity to give us stuff, nor are we necessarily walking around, even though there are people that do this, walk around just praying out loud everywhere we go. Prayer without ceasing prayer is an attitude. It's a vibrational attitude of a sense of oneness, a sense of peace, a sense of love, a sense of connectivity, and a sense of our perfect self unfolding. There is a perfect self. There is a divine and perfect spiritual idea of you, which is why Jesus the Christ said, who by taking thought can add 1 cubit to their stature. You can't add anything to this perfect self, this perfect idea. It's already here. And in the prayer without ceasing vibratory frequency, you are allowing the perfect self to unfold, which means that the work that is actually occurring is the elimination of debris, perceptions, limited beliefs, all the things that are hindering us, the imprints that have happened to us as we've gone through this human incarnation, they begin to be released. So you're not moving through the world grabbing and getting and grasping and trying to get something to add to yourself. We're talking about not cosmetics, but consciousness, you see. And so that as we are in that prayer without ceasing attitude, we are aware that there is something so beautiful about us. And it's unfolding. And as it unfolds, the debris, the imprints can no longer stay with us because they are of a different frequency, a different vibration, and they can only be with us as long as we vibrate at that level. This is why we affirm, and this is why we declare, this is why we decree, this is why we study, it's why we read, it's why we meditate, why we fellowship together, because we are vibrational beings more than flesh and blood. We are divine energy with information about each and every one of us that's distinctly different from any other being on the planet. And that information is a destiny that wants to come forward. And so when we're lifting our consciousness, expanding our awareness, the debris and the imprints begin to be dissolved. Now, prayer is not worrying. We know what prayer is now. Now, prayer is not worrying. Worrying is obviously emotionally rehearsing the very things you don't want. That's not prayer, you see. Complaining is not prayer. That's a petition to the devil. The devil is live spelled backwards. Evil is life spelled backwards, live spelled backwards. See? So when you're complaining, you're actually making a petition to live backwards. You see, I want to experience negativity. I do not have the vision to see that the Christ's presence is everywhere, that beauty is everywhere. I am complaining. I am petitioning that I may live backwards, you see. So complaining is not a prayer. Worrying is not prayer. I just mentioned that because it's the rehearsal of that which you do not want. And gossiping is definitely not prayer, you see. Blaming, revenge thoughts in your mind towards other people is not prayer. That's called hell. Now, every single day, you have a choice of whether or not heaven or hell is going to take over your awareness. And heaven is when you think about somebody and you're thinking about their success, and you're wishing and hoping and praying that they're healthy and that they're successful and that there's well-being and there's love. At that precise moment, you're in heaven. Heaven is the realm of ever-expanding good. If, in fact, someone's done you wrong and you move into the consciousness of secret revenge thoughts, at that precise moment, you are in hell. You have lowered your frequency and your vibration. So heaven and hell are states of consciousness and moment-by-moment decisions that we must make. Throughout the course of the day, you just check yourself. Am I in heaven or in hell? And then as you study the works of Emanuel Swedenborg, which is an individual that when I first woke up many years ago really assisted me in my evolution, he would speak about familiars. And that is, if in fact you're an individual that loves to gossip and loves to blame and has secret revenge thoughts, you will be with those kind of people when you die. You won't know you're in heaven. You just think you're around all your buddies, you see? And if, in fact, that's how God does it. That's how the universe is set up. It's not set up for eternal damnation and you're burning in hell. It's set up for you to be familiar with whatever you're familiar with based on your frequency and your vibration. If you're around people that hope and pray that other people succeed, if you're around people that want to be a blessing, not just get a blessing, if you're around people that are generous and kind and compassionate, then you're around those kind of people. And you'll just be with your familiars of that dynamic, you see? Are you picking up what I'm putting down? And so heaven and hell are places, they're states of consciousness of which on this earth plane we can inhabit at any given moment. Any moment that you have a revenge thought, you are in hell. Any moment you have a prayer thought and you forgive somebody, you are in heaven. So you're walking this balancing act, but this is why I said prayer solution. It actually equals hell dissolution. You begin to dissolve it in your awareness, and then the benefit of living in a prayerful state is you have energy equity. That because we're energy beings, and energy is infinite. It's infinite, but the body temple, the mental body, the emotional body, the subtle bodies need to be strong enough to carry the cosmic energy that is everywhere. And when you begin to live in a heavenly state, a prayer without ceasing state, not trying to get, but seeking to let your light so shine before individuals that when they see you, they see God, you birth energy equity. And that is your bodies are able to hold more of the cosmic energy. And you're able to move through this world. There are challenges in this world. There's belief systems in this world. There's all kinds of stuff going on. But you have an energy equity that allows you to move through the world in a way that you become untouched by so many things because they are vibrating at a lower frequency. You put on your MC Hammer vibration of can't touch this. And it's not even conscious. It's just what you are, you see? And now here's a dynamic that flowed through me some time ago. I was speaking, and all of a sudden this insight just kind of flowed through me that you end up being in a different relationship to the law of life. Now, we've heard the statement, what goes up must come down. We've heard that statement. The ups and downs of human living and that type of thing. Now, in 3D, there's gravity. What goes up eventually comes down. But when you start to go into 4 and 5D, when you start to have an awareness that the presence and the love of God is everywhere, we're talking metaphysics, we're talking quantum physics. There's a universal presence that's everywhere. Now, your surface mind may not be able to capture this, but it's everywhere. Everywhere, fully present everywhere. So when you have an insight, a spiritual awareness expands, you don't go up because there's no up or down in it. What happens is you are expanding your awareness. And so when you expand your awareness, you develop a new norm in your life and you don't come down because there is no down. Are you picking up what I'm saying? You see? So because when we look out in the world, we see individuals going up and coming down, and that's primarily because they got stuck at something they thought they wanted. They got addicted to it, and they didn't allow their soul to continue to unfold. So the universal presence, which is progressive, creates a kind of log jam in their life, and they have to plummet because they got stuck in materialism or fame or something like that. You see? And so we are saying in substance that we want to be in heaven now. This is what Jesus said, the kingdom of heaven is at hand now. You see, you put it on, you take it with you everywhere you go. You see? And we're trying to expand our awareness of the is, which doesn't allow the up and downness. It just allows ever-increasing expansion. And we're intending the good stuff. What is that? We're intending to look for and to see love and the beauty, potential, possibilities, peace, well-being, wellness, abundance, harmonizing prosperity, not just for ourselves, but for every single being on the planet. We're looking for that. And in that way, as I was saying earlier, you're able to detect the scammers that come into your awareness. When you are on your computer, there are individuals trying to scam you, scam your identity. They're trying to have you go down a funnel that will allow them to steal your goods and to keep you in a lack and limitation. But there are scamming thoughts. You see, they come into your awareness and they try to seduce, intimidate, or provoke you into going down a tunnel of which you will experience lack, limitation, fear, doubt, worry, anxiety, anxiousness, depression, all of that. You can, through your spiritual practice of balancing yourself between heaven and hell, you can detect those scammers, those thought forms. If you want to see a whole bunch of scammers, just turn on the news. That ain't nothing but a scam, you see? That's just a scam to keep you in fear, doubt, worry, and powerless against vaccines. Well, I shouldn't say against vaccines, but against flus and against diseases and stuff like that. He says they want to scam you into so much fear and worry that you actually live in that world. There are people that are addicted to living in that kind of negativity, and they watch that crap every single day to look for some kind of reality. It's a scam to keep you powerless so that you can be controlled, you see? There are what I call the reporters from an old paradigm. Who are you? You are the reporters of the new paradigm. Yes. There's a paradigm that's emerging. It's called the paradigm of loving intentionality, compassion, generosity, forgiveness. If, in fact, you get scammed by fear, doubt, and worry, you'll actually believe that war is the destiny of humanity for the rest of eternity. You believe such nonsense. You believe in forever wars. And it's just become so normalized that people have lost their sensitivity to the death that is happening because of revenge consciousness and things of that particular nature. You'll wake up and you'll say, oh my God, I don't want to live in that world. I wanted to live in the world that God sees. I wanted to live in the world of heaven. I want to live in the world in which I see all beings as emanations of the Most High God. Every single being is a distinct unit of infinite potential, the same way that a plush garden has so many different varieties of flowers and plants and foliage and trees. If they were all the same, we'd be bored. Plus, we couldn't live without that kind of diversity. So we end up wanting to see and feel and live in a world that works for the highest and best within us all, but it begins within us, because what you are looking for, you are going to find. You are going to find what you hate, you're going to find what you fear, and you're going to find what you cherish. Those dynamics there, when backed by emotion, brings into manifestation your perception and your experience. And so we're waking up to take back our mind, to take back our heart and soul, to take back our life, to have so much energetic equity, so much vibrational frequency equity. We're living in the overflow of the Spirit of God, you see, living in that overflow, so that we're untouched by the false world that's perpetuated on your television all the time. Sometimes you want to turn off the TV and actually go tell a vision. You know, just tell a vision. Just stop and tell somebody a vision. Somebody you trust, somebody you love. There's something in me that wants to be born. It's beyond survival. There's something in me that wants to express beyond surviving. There's something within me that's a creative urgency. I've never done anything like this before. I don't know how to do it, but I know that my incarnation will bear fruit if I just walk in its direction. Tell yourself a vision about your life. Write it down. Look at it. Don't even ask how it's going to be done. Just tell yourself a vision. Catch it. Articulate it. Walk in that direction. And then you'll see the scammers, the scamming thoughts, the imprints coming up to be dissolved. You'll be dissolving dissolving hell with your prayer. Prayer solution equals hell dissolution. Hell is a state of consciousness. You are expanding your awareness. Yes. Ooh, I want you to catch this. Yes. I want you to catch this. You're expanding your awareness. You're not going up. That's called a linguistic convenience. We use words like, I went deep, I went up. No, you expanded your awareness of the is. There's no up and down in it, you see. You expanded your awareness of the is. Wow. Take a breath. Release. And so with every insight of which you expand into a truth, you're an eternal being, a truth. All that you want, hope for, and desire is already within you. A truth. The presence of God is for you. The universal presence is for you. There's nothing against you. A truth. You put your attention on any truth and just focus on it. Feel into it until it becomes what you're looking for, and then you will discover what you're looking for, you're looking with. You're projecting it, and you will release that which isn't prayer. Unholy judgment is not prayer. It is the projection of unresolved issues in one's own being projected onto someone else. Not prayer. Prayer is looking for God everywhere. Beauty everywhere, joy everywhere. And then you'll become so sensitive that you'll see behind every human aberration, there lies a spiritual aspiration. Underneath the aberration is an aspiration that's gotten caught up in a construct of the personality that's been hijacked and imprinted by the world. So it's clogged up, destructive. But you'll see the aspiration under it. That individual is really looking for love. Under it, that individual is really looking to be prosperous. Under it, that individual is really looking to be creative. You'll see the aspiration under it. And as you look at it and look for it, you'll become a blessing. You'll help create the atmosphere for healing for individuals that you see that are leading a destructive life. No blame, no blame, no blame, no revenge. No gossip. All of that is not prayer. Real prayer. Real prayer without ceasing is an attitude. I'm one with the presence. I'm one with love. I want to see it everywhere. Even the things I don't understand. There's an aspiration. Somebody wants to be safe. There's an aspiration coming up. Sometimes it's just coming up through a personality that's clogged by imprints. Look for the aspiration, and you'll free yourself from judgment. You'll free yourself from unholy judgment, because there is righteous judgment. Righteous judgment is the presence of God is here. You see. You picking up what I'm putting down here? You getting it? You following? You following? So when you leave today, you're going to invite yourself to go into a prayer without ceasing attitude. And we're not talking about stepping into religiosity. We're talking about activating our spiritual nature, allowing that perfect spiritual idea, because this presence of the living God never makes a mistake, doesn't do do-overs, doesn't repeat itself. So each and every one of us essentially are perfect spiritual ideas, carrying all of the presence of God, but according to our uniqueness. We begin in our prayer without ceasing vibration. We feel that perfection unfolding. Hell dissolving, imprints being healed, forgiveness of ourselves, forgiveness of others, until you become more and more free. And then you become not only untouched by the lower frequency, but you'll begin to notice this sign as well. You begin to notice that you become unbotherable by things. It's like certain things that would just bother you. You don't like them. You wish it wasn't happening that way, but it's not bothering you. It's not taking you off center. You see, you have a desire for things to be a certain way, but you become more and more unbotherable. Just say out loud, I'm willing to be unbotherable. I'm willing to be unbotherable. I'm willing to expand my awareness and see the presence of God's love everywhere. I'm willing to expand my awareness and feel the abundance of God in my own life. To feel the beauty of God in my own life. To feel the joy of God in my own life. All of my needs are met right now. I feel it. It's happening. My eye is single. My body is full of light. And it's happening right now. Right now. Right now. Right now. It's happening right now. I am free in the Spirit. And so it is in that consciousness that you have a greater understanding of whatever it is you're looking for, you're going to find it. And ultimately, we want to be so filled with vibrational energy equity that what we're looking for, we feel that we're looking with it. And you will become super conscious, and you'll be activating the super soul self, which is your real nature, seeking to express itself through you. Oh, I'm feeling so good. God is good. Life is good. I better stop now. Oh, let's turn within together in this moment. I want to shout out to all of the beings that I've recently met, so many people in Toronto that live stream or watch the podcast and came out to see me because it's difficult to commute from Toronto to Los Angeles. I want to give a great shout out to all of you who I've met there and who are tuning in. And where was I before that? Norway. Oh, Norway, yes. Okay. All of my Norway family, wedding family, and tuning in and celebrating. And all the beings I get to meet all over the planet when I go out and to represent Agape on the planet, meet so many beautiful people. People that are really seeking to grow, develop, and unfold to their greater yet to be. And even yesterday, I did a wedding for a young lady who's been going to Agape since she was a little girl. And she told her mother when she was a little girl, I want the Reverend to do my wedding. And her mother said, she's like 9 or 10 when she's saying this. And she said, well, I don't know, the Reverend, he's kind of becoming a big deal. And I don't know if you can just, we'll see, babe. So anyway, I had the privilege of doing the wedding for Joseph Hooton and Corinne Fox, Jamie Foxx's daughter. And there were so many people there that celebrate Agape. And we're so moved. Shout out to all of you. So we turn within in this moment and let's just feel the impress of the Spirit within us. The divine impulse that is our very life and being. Let us just breathe in a deep sense of gratitude. And I want you to breathe gratitude in through your heart space. Just touch your heart a little bit and breathe in. Just breathe into your heart. Deep breath of gratitude. Breathe out love. Breathe into the heart space. Deep sense of gratitude. So grateful. Breathe out divine love. Oh, I love to love. Once again, breathe in. Touch the heart. Breathe out. I love to love. And in this consciousness of gratitude, this consciousness of thanksgiving and dynamic appreciation, something happens to our sight. We begin to see differently. No longer through a glass darkly, no longer through limited perception. Our perceptual windows become clearer and cleaner. And we notice that we've been looking at life through a glass darkly, through limited beliefs and perceptions and woundedness. We've been looking at life. Life has always been magnificent. Well, we've been looking at life through a limited perception and then by law experiencing that perception. So now we become grateful and allow for our perceptual windows to become so clean and clear that we allow ourselves to have a realization that our life is divine, an emanation of the Most High. Our life is perfect and is unfolding to reveal more and more and more and more perfection. And every bump along the way is carrying a hidden blessing and a hidden gift to activate a latent gift that is within us all. And so from this sense of oneness, I have the privilege and the honor to speak the word for each and every one of us wherever we are on this planet. That we may be free today. That the body temple is hearing this message and that every organ, action, and function of the body temple, the mental body, the emotional body, the astral body, all of the subtle bodies are now coming into an alignment with our divine celestial body, our super conscious self, our super soul self. There is an alignment happening. This word is serving as a law of elimination to anything that would hinder, delay, deny the fullness of life moving through us. All needs met. Wholeness and well-being. A deep faith that becomes conviction. Life is for us. Say it, life is for me. God is for me. Nothing is against me. We feel this. We feel this. We feel this. We feel this. Oh, can you help them feel it? Give me a feeling tone.
I pray you'll be our eyes and watch us as we go,
and help us to be wise in times when we don't know.
Let this be our prayer.
Yeah.
When we lose our way,
lead us to a place
grace.
Guide us with your grace to a place,
Give
to
us faith
so
so
we'll be saved.
I pray you'll find your light.
Yes.
You'll find your light.
Hold it in our heart.
Yes.
Hold it in our heart.
When stars go out each night,
Stars go out each
remind
night.
us who we are.
Remind us who we are.
Let this be our prayer.
Let this be our
When
prayer.
shadows fill our day. Lead us to a place. Guide us with your
grace. Give us
faith
faith
so
we'll be
Feel that moment of celebration where you just clapped. Feel that inside of you right now, every cell of your body temple is celebrating. That you have changed the chemistry of your body through prayer, through meditation, through deep listening, to spiritual truth that you will practice that will change the trajectory of your life. Celebrate that inside of you right now. That in an instant, your life can change for the better. And so I'm inviting you to join with me and the practitioners, holding these individuals in prayer as we're in this holy state of consciousness, this heaven state. We want the highest and best for everyone.